too much of Thursday night. Again, I just said that on the radio, meaning from the standpoint the games were eerily similar other than the fact that we didn't shoot the ball as well in the first half this afternoon as we did in the first half on Thursday. But we shot 54% from the field in the second half. We turned the ball over 9 times, which is excellent. I thought we had a stretch there in the second half where we went too much hero ball when I called the timeout that led to them kind of getting away from us a little bit. But other than that, I thought our offense was pretty good. We missed some layups. We executed out of timeouts. We missed a dunk when it was 35-30. So, we can do some better things at that end. And we got to make a few more of those plays. But all in all, the end that I'm focused on right now is the defensive end. We gave up 88% in the second half on Thursday night. Tonight we gave up 56% in the second half. We put them on the line 32 times on Thursday night, only fouling intentionally to stop the clock once. Tonight, 31 times. I realize that we fouled them intentionally to stop the clock more this afternoon. However, I believe they were in the double bonus with 8 minutes to go. And unfortunately right now, I think our answer at times to playing hard or when we get behind is to foul and be undisciplined. I didn't think our defense from an execution standpoint was very good in the second half. I didn't think we recognized when we needed to front. We were fronting and we had no backside help. I didn't think our screen defense was very good. I thought we ran into screens. We've got to trust one another more out there. The guys have got to trust the system more, and they got to trust one another more defensively. Can't be on 5 different islands defensively. It's a team game, and it's a team game as much on the defensive end as it is on the offensive end. The one thing I would say about following this league over the years and being in it previously, if you don't guard, you're going to be very ineffective. You have to defend in this league. We have not done that very well the last couple games. I feel like we got a lot of holes in our defense right now that we've got to try to patch. The disappointing thing was Thursday night it was ball screens in the second half. Tonight it was screens off the ball. So at some point, we've been doing this since October the 12th. At some point, we've got to execute the simple things that we ask our guys to do on a more consistent basis, and that'll allow us to be better defensively. But to do that, you have to trust the system, and you have to trust one another at a really high level.
We'll take questions from Joe and Nnanna, and then we'll get back to Coach.
Joe, what was different in the first half as opposed to the second half? Why couldn't you get in the lane so easily in the first half?
I just don't think we're attacking the lane as much in the first half as we were the second half. I think there's just something about how they guard the ball screens that just let us get in the lane second half that we kind of got us back in the game a little bit, but it's a little too late. But what really hurt us, like Coach said, really the defensive end. So that's one thing we just got to really work on.
Joe, where do you see the breakdowns on defense? Is it not following the game plan? Is it just execution, or where is the breakdown on defense?
Well, like Coach said, I think down the post a little bit when our guards are guarding the post, the help side, helping out the smaller guards, throwing it over the head. We just didn't see the ball, and they got a couple easy layups that hurt us late in the game.
Dan, how can you guys improve it? Is it communication, or what is it right now? Is it just grasping the defensive system?
We just got to play harder. I think that's the main thing. You just gotta go back to practice. Keep practicing the same things, and at the end of the day, you just kind of like Coach Groce has been saying that since the beginning of the year. It's a mentality. At some point, you can't let it be acceptable for them to score like the way they did. And the way Wisconsin plays, they limit you to so many offensive just possessions overall that they were more efficient than we were, and we let some easy things go. So we made too many mistakes on the defensive end. So I mean, it's hard to say. You play hard, but you could play harder. I think at the end of the day, you just got to play harder. We got to talk, and we got to get it done.
What's the locker room like right now?
We're fine. We're fine. I mean, we've known each other for a long time, so it's just a matter of getting back on the court. Keep on practicing. Getting things done, and it's like I said, it's mentality. We can't put our heads down. It's tough, But at the end of the day, we just gotta know that we just gotta keep on looking forward to the next game. And because once your mentality starts, going down, it starts getting disappointed, start putting your head down. That's when things really go south. So at the end of the day, we just gotta put our heads up and look forward to the next game.
Nnanna, what kind of message does it send to you guys when Brandon doesn't start?
I mean, nothing really. I mean, it's not. I mean, Coach Groce puts the guys out there, that thinks will help the team win. And Brandon's a great player. He came in and he did some great stuff. I mean, it just means we're accountable for all our actions at the end of the day. And Coach Groce holds us accountable for everything we do, on and off the court. So, it's just a sense of responsibility as a team. So that's the kind of message that it was sent.
Joe, when did you find out you were going to start?
I think just today, Coach just said after last game that we're going to have pretty tough practices, and I think whoever plays the best is just going to start the next game. And we had really good practices. Everybody was playing hard. I don't think it really matters who starts anyway. We have a lot of guys that can start the game. We have a lot of people that can definitely start. We've changed some lineups to see which one's working well, and I think different lineups work for different games. So Brandon's he's a real good player. He's gonna be fine, and I think the team is really we're gonna step up. We'll be fine.
Do you feel even more comfortable in that role, though, having a little more responsibility maybe on you, able to be a little more productive as a starter?
I think it's really just the same. Either coming off the bench or I'm used to coming off the bench, but I think it's the same starting or coming off the bench. It's the same game. It's just coming in at a different time, and as long as you play hard, everybody's going to come in. When you play hard, you're going to get tired, and we got a pretty deep bench, so people just keep coming in and doing their hardest on the court. But, I don't think it's really any different for me.
Anything else for the players? Okay. We'll continue with questions for Coach.
You talked about that trust not being there. Why do you think that hasn't developed more at this point?
I don't know. It should be here at this point, Shannon, to be honest with you. We've been doing the same thing since October the 12th. That's the disappointing part. The trust of the system. And I'll be honest with you, they got to trust one another more. I think they got to trust one another more, that they're going to be there for one another defensively, and they're going to communicate, and they're going to talk. And, we have a system on defense, and I'll be honest with you, we're not a team that changes that system a whole lot from game to game. So the same thing that they've been being told since October the 12th is the same thing in February and January. So that's the frustrating part, for me, and I'm sure for them as well. We've got to have more carryover. They've said that, they know that. We got to do it. We've got to execute it. We got to quit talking about it. We got to do it. I mean, that's the bottom line on the deal.
Doing those things early in the season.
I think we were doing them a little bit better, Marcus. But I think we're doing some things better now as well, to be honest with you. You'd say, what's the difference? I'd say making 10 or more threes in 8 of your first 10 games might have a little bit to do with it. Margin for error gets larger. Margin for error gets smaller when you go 2 for 13. Gets smaller. Yeah, it gets smaller for sure. But again, we shot 54% in the second half. There's not a lot of teams, by the way, because they're so good defensively. I know they're number one in our league. They're top 10 nationally defensively in terms of efficiency in the country. So I don't know how many teams have shot 54% or better against Wisconsin in the second half this year in Big Ten play or games period. My guess is not very many. So once again, I mean, sure, I wish we'd have made the layup on the inbound play or the dunk. Or imagine if we'd have made those, it'd probably been closer to 60%. So we had about 3 or 4 layups and we had a dunk. But, that is what it is. I thought our quality of shot was pretty good, except for that stretch there. We had 3 in a row that I thought were bad, so I called timeout. And, I thought we got settled back down offensively at that point. But it's not about the offense right now. It's about the defense. We can't give up 56% in the second half and foul like we're fouling right now. The answer's not to foul.
Brandon had such a sensational start to this season. Where is he at right now?
You'd have to ask him, Herb. I mean, yeah.
How about for you? Not, is he not getting it done for you defensively?
Well, the other night on Thursday night, I thought he was really good offensively. I don't have the stat sheet in front of me, but I think he shot 50% or higher and made some good plays. I think, he had a couple turnovers there that were live ball turnovers that led to their run there and that 14-0 run that I'm sure he'd like to have back. But it's more about the defensive side right now. I mean, that was the bottom line. We got back Thursday night. We evaluated it defensively. We evaluated Friday's practice defensively, Saturday defensively, and we said we got to make a statement that it's not okay to have the type of defensive efficiency that we've had in league play, and we're going to play the guys that grade out the highest defensively, and everyone's held accountable, like Nnanna said, in the entire locker room. And so that, we'll see. We'll grade it out again tonight. We certainly had a lot of breakdowns in the second half. I thought we were better in the first half than we were in the second half. But we'll take a look at it. And at this point, the one thing I do know is if we keep giving up 88% and 56% from the field in the second half and letting teams shoot 30-plus free throws a half, we're going to be in trouble. So we've got it. The defensive end has got to get better.
First game, Bertrand got them off to a good start, hurt them. Didn't do much today because of foul trouble. Did you guys expect much from Kaminsky at all?
Well, I know he's capable. We again, not to take anything away from him, but we had a scheme in place that I didn't think we executed very well. We had our point guard on some switches on him. We didn't get backside help, so that. And they took advantage of it. Good job by him. Good job by them. I mean, good job. But I can tell you that we, in early January, we switched some things against Ohio State, too, and I didn't see them lobbing it over our head time and time again. We should know what we're doing on that. We've got to execute better. That's not like a first. I mean, we've had plenty of reps. We got to execute that better.
Can you elaborate a little bit on hero ball? On hero ball? You said you guys played hero ball for a stretch.
Well, I thought we took bad shots. Thought guys tried to make a 10-point shot. They're on a run. I think Hen took one, Joe took one, DJ took one in that stretch that just were too rushed, too challenged, too quick. I didn't think those were great shots. They know that, and I thought we got settled back down after that and got better shots.
You say defense is a lot of pride and heart. Is there enough of that to play this?
I'll watch the film, John. I thought Thursday night that we played pretty hard, played really hard. We just didn't execute very well, in particular ball screen defense. Today I'll have to watch the film. I thought we came out with a lot of energy. Thought we really defended well early. Neither team was making shots. And it was ugly early, but, in terms of the breadth of that over the course of 40 minutes, I'll have to watch the film.
Do you think not starting had an effect on Brandon offensively?
I don't know. You'd have to ask him, Shannon.
Anything else for Coach?
Thanks.